One spot. Alabama businesses now have access to a centralized statewide electronic filing and remittance system for sales, use, and rental taxes, allowing city and county taxes to be filed along with state taxes through a single website, myalabamataxes.alabama.gov.
Hi, I'm Will Lockamy.
And I'm Reed Lockamy.
This is the Iron Bowl Hour.
Or as we like to call it, the show that thinks at this point plenty of Florida fans would love to get a grip on Will Muschamp's neck.
On tonight's show.
No, we're talking about a guy that people are respecting just because he's got a really good-looking girlfriend.
It's not just a really good-looking girlfriend. He's got a good-looking mom. He's got good-looking people all around him, Will. How many people did you accidentally injure when Ricardo Lewis made the miracle catch?
Reed, this is the week we've all been waiting for. It's the agree to disagree of the century. Winner takes all here for the agreeing to disagreeing championship.
Yeah, and for the coldest episode of the season, I'm thankful that I'm warm-blooded.
With all that's on the line for both teams, this year's Iron Bowl will be one of the most important in the history of the series. But will the game live up to the hype?
Nope. Nope, it won't, Will.
That's it?
Yep.
You're sticking. No, it actually will, Reed. It's, of course, the game of the century. We all know that.
Of the year.
Well, it's the game of the century of this month.
Yeah,
at
that's
least.
a good point.
But Reed, what do you mean? Now you've got the number one team in the land.
Exactly.
Reigning champs,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Against now their little brother team.
Exactly.
Coming in, making a move. This
No.
game decides so much, it's going to live up to the hype.
Yeah.
Forget it. You don't even have to play it. It's
Listen,
still going to
Will.
live up to the hype right now. It's living up to it.
No, it's not. There's a lot of hype, right? And that's nice. Don't get me wrong. But here's what's going to happen. This game is going to be a lot like 2010, except for just the first half 2 times in a row, right? This moment is far too big for an Auburn team.
48 to nothing? Very
is that
close to
right?
last year's score? Is that
Yeah,
what you-
maybe something like
Okay.
that. Yeah, did you notice last week, by the way, that Alabama warmed up for the 49 to nothing by doing the exact same thing to the Chattanooga Mocs? Look, the point is this, Will. This moment is way too big for the Auburn players. Remember, last year they were like the worst team in college football.
Yeah,
and
bad.
there's no way that they are going to now defeat Alabama with so much on the line. They're going to freeze up just the same way they did against Georgia in the second half. Alabama is going to steamroll them. There's not going to be any miraculous fumble through the end zone.
This is a team of destiny, Reed. Right now, obviously, they're winning against all odds in every situation. This is at home in Jordan-Hare, Reed, with all of their fans there. I don't see how they could not get up for this game.
I agree with you with everything you just said in reference to Alabama. Alabama is the team of destiny. They are going to win yet another national championship.
Dynasty, I think, is the word.
They're a team of all those things. Dynasty, destiny, ducks, and whatever it is going to be. They're a team of all of those things. They're going to win this game, and poor Auburn next year maybe is going to be a time when they'll probably actually have a crappy season.
I was going to say, no, this is the year of destiny.
Yeah.
Huge game.
Spencer Tillman has called A.J. McCarron the Rodney Dangerfield of college football, and despite his winning ways, some doubt that McCarron will ever make it into the College Football Hall of Fame. Does he deserve more respect?
No, you've seen that tattoo. No respect.
Yeah, no respect.
No, not more respect. Let's take away some respect that he has already.
Are you kidding? That's
No,
ridiculous.
No, Reed, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, sure.
It's right there in the middle of his chest, and now it's just growing all over.
Yeah,
It makes no
he
sense.
can't help that.
It's a
No.
hodgepodge of a bunch of different stuff. No, it's the worst tattoo
It's out
ever.
But listen, none of this has anything to do with his tattoo or anything like that. This is about him being just like one of the most impressive. When you look at his record as the Alabama quarterback, really, I mean, who would be a better quarterback that's done more than he has, winning championship after championship
That's the
after
team,
championship?
Reed. That's the coach.
That's
not
the
him.
team. No, it's not. Listen, Will, everybody knows that the quarterback runs the team, that if the team wins, it's the quarterback's,
He's
that's
running
good
the
for
team,
him.
not the guy that's spanking him. I think that's who's running the team.
No. It's not that. No. It all comes back to the quarterback. And A.J. McCarron does not lose games. He wins all the time.
Well, he's
got a
lost some
hot
games.
girlfriend. Sure. When has he lost a game?
Okay.
What game?
Texas A&M,
It didn't even
LSU.
matter. And he lost them. It didn't even matter. He still won a
touche.
national championship. So he deserves a lot more respect. He should win a couple of Heisman trophies this year.
Yeah, see, I can't look at his stats, Reed, because all I can see is that tattoo.
Can't look at his stats because you look at his tats.
Oh,
That's the problem.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right, Reed. And then beyond that, this whole girlfriend issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're talking about a guy that people are respecting just because he's got a really good-looking girlfriend.
It's not just a really good-looking girlfriend. He's got a good-looking mom. He's got good-looking people all around him, Will. Listen, he's surrounded by attractive people, right? He's successful, right? He deserves the Heisman Trophy. He should be getting a lot more respect. There's no doubt about it. He should be in the Hall of Fame. He should.
What does
all
it
these
even
things.
say? I mean, can you even read a lot of
No,
that?
I don't want to look at it, Will, because I'm trying to respect the guy, right? So I'm not gonna try to look closely at the tattoo. I'm just gonna look at his performance on the field, and I'm gonna ignore the bow ties. I'm gonna ignore all that stuff, and I'm gonna try to pretend like he's someone who deserves a lot more respect.
You just keep pretending because this is a guy that deserves no respect. Up next, Reed, it's time for the Twitter test challenge with a Barner twit, Blake Ells, and then a Bammer twit, Rick Muscles. We're back after this. Reed, it is time for our first ever Twitter test challenge. We've got a couple of twits here from the Barn side. This is at Blake Ells. And then from the Elephant side, that is at Rick Muscles.
No doubt about it. Will, in the challenge, there are 3 specific things that the tweeters are going to have to do. The first challenge is an obstacle course. To be a good tweeter, you have to be able to multitask. We're going to run them through an obstacle course, and the whole time they're going to have to be reading each other's Twitter feeds, right? So we'll see who wins part 1 of the challenge.
This makes perfect sense.
He started it. Rick Muscles' degree never existed. I'm already on the set, BB. All right, the only person that thinks I should shave is War Bloggle.
Get your takes, wide open takes.
Mississippi was cold as outside. Tennessee is the opposite of Auburn.
Very nice,
good
Rick
job.
Muscles. Yeah, it's a championship effort
Very
there.
fast.
Yeah, speaking of, it's a championship jacket you got, members only. And here's second place, of course, Mr. Blake Ells.
Also known as last place, Will, just 2
that's right.
contestants.
That's
yeah.
right. Good effort, though.
Yeah, now, Rick, you didn't exactly observe all the rules, but neither does Alabama exactly, and that's how they win a lot of games, so nothing wrong with that. All right. Well, okay. Good job, though. Right now, we know who's in the lead.
Makes you feel better.
That's right. And now it's time to move on to our next challenge.
Reed, if you don't mind, go ahead and set this up. I'll be tweeting about it.
Okay, very good. Our next challenge is what we're going to call Spin Class. Now, I'm going to give each of you a headline that's a little tricky for your school that you pull for, and I wanted to see what you can do to spin it so that it looks a little better for your fan base, okay? All right, Blake, we'll start with you. Your headline you have to respond to is as follows: Alabama wins yet another national championship. You have 30 seconds to craft a crafty tweet. Uses his index finger there. Well, it's interesting.
It's not Thumb Man.
Yeah.
Done.
All right, he was under the clock. Blake, why don't you share with us what you would tweet in that scenario?
Alabama wins yet another national championship? Question mark. News staff can't be sure of actual total.
All right. Interesting. Okay. All right.
Major burn. All right.
All right. Now, Rick, here's your chance for rebuttal. The headline you'll need to respond to is as follows: Gus Malzahn named Coach of the Year. 30 seconds is yours.
Let's see, here it goes with the sideways phone there.
Landscape view.
Gives
Well,
him a larger keyboard for better accuracy.
and he's all thumbs.
He is.
Oh, he seems to have been stumped there momentarily.
All right, I got mine.
All
about
right,
that?
Rick, what is your tweet?
Once again, the Auburn family celebrates an individual achievement.
How about that? Now look, here's where you went wrong. You said family. It should be fambly.
Oh,
fambly.
fambly.
Yes. How about that? Actually, the win goes to Blake
Yeah,
Ells
because
here.
of the misstep on family, Blake pulls even going into the last challenge. Nice job, guys. It's on to the final challenge that will decide it all.
Reed, it's time for our final Twitter test challenge with these two twits here. And of course, it's very important in this day and age that you get the news out very fast. So now, this challenge is going to see who's the fastest.
It's all about typing speed, Will, and here's the way it's going to work. We have an app that is going to get some stats on you guys. It's going to come down to words per minute, but if you have errors, for every 10% of errors that you have, and we'll show you what that means later, we're going to deduct 1 word from your words per minute rate, right? And this is really just winner takes all, so we're going to let the math do the work for us. Y'all ready?
go. Yep.
Okay, great.
Done.
Done.
All right.
That
this
is intense.
the moment we've all been waiting for.
Okay, Rick, why don't we start with you? Tell us, what were your results? What were your words per minute?
Looks like my words per minute were 168.18. 34 words per minute.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's much more what I expected. 34, though, that's pretty good.
It's not bad.
You first read characters per minute. That's not what you were being asked for.
Exactly.
Now, what about your percentage of error? What'd you get there?
12.16%.
Okay, so we're going to take your words per minute, 34, subtract 1 word per minute, and that's going to get you to 33. Now, let's see how Blake compared. Blake, what was your words per minute?
Words per minute was 53.
Not characters per minute, words per minute.
Words per minute was 53.
Wow.
50. All right, now wait a second though. That sounds like probably a lot of errors. What was your percentage of error?
The errors rate was 0.00%.
How about that?
That's the best we've ever seen
How-
anyone done. This is the first time, but still,
How
that's
did
good.
he cheat, though? We got to figure it out.
There's got to be a way he did.
Somebody
All right,
paid him,
well,
surely.
one way or another, in the end, this was a tight competition until the end. Blake, you really run away with it. I guess technically all we can draw from that is that Auburn is going to win the Iron Bowl this year.
Congratulations, Auburn. Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, what can you do? Okay.
Great stuff. Congratulations, man.
No doubt. What's up next, Will?
Up next, we go to the top of Vulcan with former Auburn Tiger Rob Pate. Reed, it's time for rapid fire questions on the grill with former Auburn Tiger Rob Pate. Here we go.
Here we go. How many people did you accidentally injure when Ricardo Lewis made the miracle catch?
They're going to rush just 2. Take a shot deep. And that's going to be it.
I think 1 myself.
Just okay. Good deal,
Yeah.
Where does that catch rank in the happiest moments of your life?
My gosh, let's see. Marriage, birth of my first child.
It's above those?
Above all
Probably
of
the,
those?
probably no.
Oh.
It's probably third. Probably before the other.
Oh,
before the other
sure.
children.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that makes sense. What 3 words would you use to describe Nick Saban? Family show, remember?
Tremendously crafty recruiter.
Look at that. He went with adverb, adjective, and then noun. That was very good.
Nerd
Yeah,
alert.
yeah, well,
Here we
well,
go.
yeah.
How badly will Alabama beat Auburn this year?
No chance. No chance.
Auburn has no chance.
No. Auburn's got a great chance.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
Misinterpreting the answer there. Is Georgia Southern the best 4-loss team in the FCS?
Perhaps they are.
Yeah.
I don't know any other teams.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good point.
Is it enough for Will Muschamp to be fired, or should he also have to go to prison for a while?
Hey, poor Florida. Will Muschamp was the GA at Auburn when I was there, so I hate to see this for him.
Yeah, it's not good.
Hate to see it. Yeah. All right. Better Auburn safety, Rob Pate or Buddy McClinton?
Buddy McClinton.
Just because he holds the record, though. The
No,
interception.
he's a great player.
But you could take him nowadays.
Well, he's a little older than me.
He is. We talked to him recently. It's pretty
That's
old.
right. Pretty old. How many tackles would Nosa Igwe need to make in the Iron Bowl this year before we could officially start calling him No Sir Igwe?
I have to say 15.
15 tackles. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Alabama is to national championships as Auburn is to what?
How about you
Tough one,
got
I
me
know,
on that
right?
one, man.
Correct answer is crappy basketball teams.
Is Les Miles an imbecile, a genius, or both?
I'd go for imbecile. They
Really?
win in spite of less.
I just don't. I think he has to be a genius. It's
On
contrived,
some level,
right?
yeah, you would think. Is Pat Dye a huge asset or a huge embarrassment to the program, or Auburn program nowadays?
Nowadays, I think he's more of an embarrassment than an asset. But hey, look, Pat Dye, he's the godfather of Auburn football, so he
Yes.
can say what he wants to say.
He
It's
is.
true. What's harder, playing football or watching football?
Watching football currently is very difficult, as you saw with the reaction post Ricardo Lewis catch.
For sure.
Take it out of you. And that poor woman you tackled.
It's my wife.
Oh, okay, there you go. Good. All right, moving on. Better Terry, Bowden, Saban, or Cloth?
I'll go with Cloth.
Yeah, Terry Cloth.
Yeah, Terry Cloth.
So observant.
It is.
Yeah.
Finish this sentence. Auburn will win the Iron Bowl this year because
Because they will establish a running game, and because they will play lights out defensively.
We'll see.
we
Well,
shall see.
let's go get on the elevator.
Oh, hopefully there's a heater in there.
So chilly.
Still hanging out with Rob Pate, of course. Now, Rob, you've gone all viral with this video of you freaking out, obviously, over the Ricardo Lewis catch. Is it one of the craziest things you've ever seen, obviously?
It really was, because I had given up, quite frankly. And
You can tell that in the
yeah,
video.
and I even say that
Yeah.
in the shoot. But yeah, just to see that play and the way that it came about, and just the atmosphere we were in, the fact that Coach Crow had called it.
Yeah, has
and-
he been to the future? How did he
I know,
that?
right?
I don't know. He is quite the soothsayer.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was fantastic. My whole family was there to be able to experience with them, to go to Toomers afterward, which is something that as a player you really don't have the opportunity to ever experience. So fantastic night, fantastic play. He'll go down as a legend for that.
No doubt about it. Now, when we look back at your time in Auburn, it was an interesting time because you were there for 2 championship seasons and 2 losing seasons.
Right.
And that sounds awfully similar to what's happened in the program recently, national championship, then historically worst season ever. What is it? Why does Auburn have these swings like this?
Well, I wish I could tell you. I wish that there's a lot of people that would like to answer that question, but I did. I booked in my career. I went to the championship game as a freshman and as a senior, which the guys that are seniors on this squad are national champions. So so they have an opportunity to walk out in their career and right a ship that had gone terribly off course. But to explain the similarities between the last coaching staff and our coaching staff, I think that. Guys just lose the ability to have what it takes to get the job done Monday through Friday.
You were very vocal about that last year. You didn't beat around the bush. I mean, you really threw that staff under the bus to some extent. Did you take a lot of grief from that? Because you were one of the few people that really came out and just said it.
Yeah, I did. Took a lot of grief from patients that would call and say, "Hey, I'm not going to come to your office anymore."
How about that?
Did you pick up a lot of new Alabama patients?
No, because they read my Twitter feed.
Oh, there you
but,
go.
no, I actually had coaching staff, members of the coaching staff that called and that were upset about that because they said you're not there.
Right.
But the evidence that I needed was on the field on Saturday. You could tell that they played passionless.
And it looks like you were right. I mean, everything you had kind of said, I think this is what's going on, it appears that's what was going on.
Yeah, I think so. But I will say this: I didn't think Gus Malzahn was the guy. And when they hired him, I didn't think that he was a disciplinarian enough to come in and right this ship that had veered off course. So he has really proved me wrong.
So you're not perfect.
I bet Jack Crow knew, though.
Oh, I'm sure Jack knew.
He's been to the future.
All right. It's time for a little thing we call word association. This is where we give you a series of words. You have to tell us the very first thing that comes to your mind. You ready?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Word association. The Iron Bowl.
Awesome.
Gus Malzahn.
Genius.
Gene Chizik.
Gone.
15 national championships.
Doesn't exist.
Roll Tide.
War Eagle.
A.J. McCarron.
McTapp.
Nick Marshall.
Athlete.
2012.
What? 2012?
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
You
Last
forgot.
year.
You forgot, yes. Yeah, okay.
Trey Mason.
Trey Mason is a beast.
49-0.
Brutal.
Some good answers.
Yeah, no kidding.
Some tough memories in there, but obviously some that Rob has just wiped clean out of his brain.
For sure.
Smart.
Let's take a quick break, warm up a little bit. When we come back, it'll be time for This Is Your Life with Rob Pate. Welcome back to the Iron Bowl Hour. I'm Will. That's Reed. That's Rob. Rob, really, you think Auburn has a decent chance at this game?
No, I do. Until somebody stops this offense, then Auburn's got all the confidence in the world. They're playing their best ball, and when you've got an athletic quarterback, you've got a guy like Malzahn with 2 weeks to prepare. If this Auburn defense can come in and play aggressive and play smart, then I think they've got a great shot.
I think that's what it comes down to, is whether or not they can stop T.J. Yeldon and Drake. Those guys are pretty talented themselves.
I think you're right. You know, everybody getting the hype is the Auburn offense and the Alabama defense, but the game will be won on the other side of the ball.
I agree.
All right, it'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Now, Rob, we've got 2 producers. We have to get rid of one of them, of course, season-ending budget cuts and all. So they've given us some facts about your life. We're going to see if you can confirm or deny those, and then we'll know which one of these guys to give the boot to. This is a little thing we call This Is Your Life.
All right,
here we go.
All right, here's a fact about you. You named your podcast Eyes on Auburn just to try to boost your business as an optometrist.
Partly true. It is Eyes on Auburn, but no, that started as a blog site that we carried over
to boost your business as an optometrist.
Finally admits it. There you go.
Maybe so, yeah.
You had a hit in the late 90s with the song Rice, Rice Baby.
This is true.
How about that?
This was at a youth camp.
How many people hit you as a result of that
Probably
song?
a lot wanted to, but nobody actually did.
Rice, Rice Baby.
All right.
Classic.
Here we go.
All right, here's a fact about you. You have a degree in zoology, and you secretly wish that all of your friends would call you Dr. Doolittle.
This is false. Zoology is correct. Dr. Doolittle, no,
so-
nowhere close.
Or it's just that much of a secret, perhaps.
Yeah, all right, here we go. All right. You're glad that the nickname Chubby didn't follow you past your Little League playing days.
You've got a crack staff here. I mean,
telling
this is
you.
fantastic. And yes, I'm very glad that did. No, I wasn't chubby.
Yeah.
We went away in every game. I was a big guy.
You just were a chubby. Well, I think we're all glad that nickname didn't follow.
No kidding. Well, bad news for Rob. See ya, buddy. He's out of here.
Yeah, no doubt. Wait,
All right.
not Rob.
No, our
Producer.
producer Rob. He's fired.
Awful. Yeah.
That's all the time we have for this episode of the Iron Bowl Hour. I'm Will Lockamy.
And I'm Reed Lockamy.
Roll Igor.
And War Tide will.
Don't forget to follow us and interact with us via Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all at the Iron Bowl Hour. You can also come see our radio show, Oh Brother Radio, every Thursday, live from Iron City from 7 to 9 p.m. on Birmingham Mountain Radio.
Now, Will, let's get out of here. I'm having the time of my life in 30 minutes.
Promotional consideration provided by Express Helicopters at the Birmingham International Airport, specializing in charters, tours, news, and events. And Vulcan Park and Museum, home to the world's largest cast iron statue, spectacular views, and indoor and outdoor exhibits that recount the region's history, as well as the story of the iconic 56-foot-tall statue that has become the beloved symbol of Birmingham.
Up next, Reed, it's time for the
Ooh!
Twitter Test Challenge.
Twiddlating.
All right,
Here we go.
season-ending budget cuts, of course.
Wait, we're not going to talk about the Iron Bowl at all?
Oh, crap. Right, sorry.
Just right into
Just
it.
right
Will.
into it.
One spot. Alabama businesses now have access to a centralized statewide electronic filing and remittance system for sales, use, and rental taxes, allowing city and county taxes to be filed along with state taxes through a single website, myalabamataxes.alabama.gov.